We're live.
We're live. Can they see us? Hey,
They can see
everybody.
us.
Happy Sunday Fun Day.
They can see us.
And now I can see the chat, Chris. That's them over there,
That is
right? We're
correct.
using a different app today so that you guys can get involved in the discussion of D23. Now, Chris, I'll have you check on our phones. Guys, type in the
we're live.
comments.
See, we're
Can
live.
you see us? Let us know.
Don't forget that bop that like button.
I
We're
see
live.
Melissa, our awesome mod squad, and Beaker
We are
and
live,
Honeydew.
see?
Yay! Yes, 'cause we're trying a different app right now for in the studio,
Look at that. We're live.
so that you guys, you see your comments like Beaker and Honeydew. Yes, that's cool. So Chris, I can click on people and they pop up.
Yeah. So if you want to say, for instance, Starship, we see you.
Oh my goodness. And I see
Just
Drew in a
fine.
moment. Good to see you. Hello, Roy and Mary. We thought it was important we discuss D23.
Yes.
And wait, Chris, did you even add all the fancy graphic stuff? Chris went all out. He worked 2.5 hours on this today. Would it have been easier to go to a park in the rain? Yes, probably. But we thought this is very, very newsworthy.
I did it.
I know Chris has been literally playing
Look at
and
that.
doing all these cool
Graphics.
graphics as we talk about stuff. And we want you guys to chime in. And by typing in here, I can.
Rand, did I time travel back to 2020? Yes, that's right.
We are back in the studio. Yes. And Roy, I was going to message you to try to help me. And maybe Roy, while we're doing this, do you want to figure out, anybody in the chat, how much of the D23 live stream, a lot of people live streamed it, how much of the show of the D23 Parks experience was music? I calculated so far there was only 25 minutes, other than they spent like actually 40 minutes on the games. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not a gamer, so I was like, But let me know if anybody's up for the challenge. Fun fact, when I'm trying to buy myself time because I have to go to the bathroom, we play music on TikTok when I'm live. Or say I was in the studio, I'd be like, Chris, put some music on. So let's just say I think there wasn't as much as we all think because of how much, like the music was almost to the point it was goofy. Our friend Kristen right down Main Street made a great joke. She was like, am I at a concert or at the D23 Parks experience?
Everyone's saying 90 to 95%.
Yeah. So this is a trick I do literally on TikTok Live when I have to use the restroom. Who has been with us on TikTok Live? I see Becca and Allison. She says, I know it was a lot. So yeah, fun fact, I'm going to be able to add your comments on the screen. We're going to be able to play with putting graphics on. Producer Chris today spent 2.5 hours putting this all together for you guys. We even bought a $200 program just for this.
I completely forgot how to use it too.
Yeah, he had to relearn how to use it and everything. So we spent a lot of money to do some cool stuff for you guys, but I think it's worth it because, hey, I think there's going to be a lot of new news coming up with Epic Universe, Halloween Horror Nights, and this way you guys can actually interact. I can, make sure that, Ram, we can see his comment, wish, or we can see, hey, Christina, look, see, you're on screen. Again, with this app, I think it was worth the money. We're able to do sometimes things where we're having your discussion just as important as what we're saying. Because a lot of times what I'm saying is not that important. What you have to say is way more interesting. But let's get the party started.
What do you want to start with?
Lego Imagineering says, what do you think about Tomorrowland being skipped over again? Hey, Nancy, there's a lot of places in Disney World in general I felt that was skipped over. Rick Day says, thank you for meeting me. Oh my goodness, you're all too sweet. Oh my goodness, you guys are awesome. Everybody chime in before we'll go through each of the things that were announced, and we want your opinions. We were just talking about how the majority of it was actually music.
Yes.
That is a red flag. I used to MC events and things of that sort. When I used to work for the Flyers as an in-arena host, I remember in my earpiece, my producer would go, by time, start playing music. So all of a sudden the DJ put extra music on. And so basically when you need to buy time on the Oscars, a live event. So this concerned me that they planned that much music. That makes me think
They didn't have
because they had bands. Yeah, they had, by the way, Shabuzi. Did you guys see that?
Is that the guy that says in the bar getting tipsy?
Yeah, and he's singing a terrible rendition of Life is a Highway, I forget what it was. It sounded like he got shabuzied before going on stage. If you guys get a chance to see it, it was like, don't drink and drive, kids. Don't drink and drive here at the new Cars Land. I was like, why would you put a guy that's known for drinking as the Cars designated driver of the new Magic Kingdom attraction? It's just, yeah. I mean, next they're gonna hire Jared from Subway to work at one of the concessions. I mean, I was like, what? Disney's really trying hard to be cool, and it's like, don't be cool. Just do your thing that you're good at, and it's Imagineering, but also creating. The thing with creating that I noticed, and Roy brought this up, and we'll start before we get into each of the different things, like the Disney Cruise Line announcements, the new Grogu Mandalorian with the Millennium Falcon. Before we get into Test Track, Monsters Inc., the new Nighttime Parade, Animal Kingdom. I mean, the list goes on. Is the fact that Roy, who's Ram here in the chat, made a good point. He goes, why is it taking so long to have these? They've been talking about it for now since pre-2020. Villains Land has been talked about since 2019. If you're part of Patreon, you know that there was going to be the Pirates Bar. Do you guys remember us talking about how they're closing Tortuga Tavern?
Yep.
And they're going to
Pirates Bar.
You heard it first. We've had Imagineers on our Patreon cocktail hour, and they told us some behind the scenes things. We knew that they were going to expand Frontierland and create stuff. Remember that? You guys remember? This was 2 years ago. I told them 2 years ago. And so you might be asking, what's taking so long? So if you were part of Patreon Cocktail Hour, you talked to a past Imagineer who was our celebrity guest on Patreon Cocktail Hour, and they explained how there's so much red tape. She was making for Animal Kingdom just a clay pot, and the amount of different people that had to look at the darn clay pot for Cali River Rapids just to get it in took months. And I was like, now don't get me wrong, I love quality control, as you can tell by the shirts behind us. I love quality. But Universal is going boom, 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 boom. Oh, you want Mario Land? Built next year. Oh, Epic Universe? Boom. Built in 2 years. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world right now where a business actually has to be faster. Even us, like sometimes I said to Chris, I don't mean shipping. We beat Amazon. We're fine. Who here got their orders from last week already? Yeah, we're amazing.
Hopefully everyone, or close to everyone.
Yeah, but we're the only probably apparel company that doesn't use AI. We do not use AI in any of our designs. And any of our graphics you see us build on the website. Is that possibly cumbersome because we don't produce as much? Yeah, but oh, you are on screen, Brett. I love this is a great avatar there. But there is a thing with all businesses right now is, can you keep up with the demand and the ability of tech helping? It's like BlackBerry versus the iPhone.
That's right.
Whoever was better at implementing the tech quicker and more efficiently won. So, I even say to Chris sometimes, I'm like, it takes us 6 months to design a design that's perfect. But I love it, John. But, is that cumbersome? Is that technically holding shop LBV back because we do not do what our competitors do? That's to be, I don't know, thought about. But when, what's his name? The guy that, Michael Eisner. When Michael Eisner was part of Disney, I'll never forget, there's a great story. He said, Hollywood Studios is getting, XYZ, I think it was the Star Tours ride or something, on this XYZ date. And the Imagineers were like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And he said, "Oh, sorry, it's too late. I already announced the date. It's got to be up.
It's got to be done."
So what he did as a leader was basically said, "Get it up. It is what it is." Like, he literally tricked the whole bureaucracy, which, if you don't know what the word bureaucracy means for those younger viewers, that's the red tape, the kind of the hurdles at a big giant company. And as a leader, he knew, okay, this is a place with a lot of hurdles. I'll get around it. I'm going to just announce, you know what? Villains Land's happening on December 2026. And if it's got to happen, you know what I mean? Like, you can't just not do it. So I've noticed with Disney and all the red tape, will this stuff ever happen? We heard on Patreon Cocktail how long it took even just to make Cali River Rapids, or the floor to Avatar, to Pandora. Like, the amount of testing just to see. I'm like, you know what? Again, the story is amazing about how they did Pandora with, they added cereal and ramen noodles to give textures to the floor. And
Fruit Loops and ramen noodles.
Yeah, but the amount of testing and things, how do I add? Let's see, Eisner did the way Walt, the best CEOs in history, when you look at GE and is it Jack Welch, they just did. These are people, no, I'm not saying Mark Zuckerberg's a good CEO, but he just did, you know what I mean? He was like, I'm going to make a meta universe, and did it. Whether it was good or not, I don't know. That's whatever, but they did it. So Disney is, I think, we're finally seeing at a disadvantage as a company, whether it's being slow to the movies, being now slow to the parks, being slow to implementing new things. And I do wonder if in our lifetime, in the next 5 years, as we see more and more young people, Gen Z, who's under Gen Z? Because we're cusp Gen Z millennial. Who's under Gen Z?
I have no clue.
Is it like Alpha or something? I wonder if we'll see them thinking Universal's the new cool place. Do you know what I mean?
Epic Universe could be epic.
It could be all of a sudden all the influencers are like, I got bored at Disney. And full disclosure, when we take you live, I don't have new stuff to show you per se, unless it's a holiday and things of that sort. Universal made a parade just for 8 weeks?
Yep.
Universal was like, you know what? We got some great movies. Let's make a parade. Awesome parade, by the way. It's fantastic. If you didn't get to see it, go now and watch it on one of the YouTube channels that has it. So if Disney can, start to actually implement things quicker, I think they won't have to worry about their competition, because I think they're resting on their laurels that they're Disney. They're resting on their laurels that, yes, we're always going to love, Mickey. We're always going to love. Who's not going to always love some of these famous characters, from Han Solo to Grogu? We're always going to love them. But eventually, if we don't see enough of stuff, we're going to forget them. And so again, it's an interesting thing that we saw with the Disney parks thing, which I was kind of shocked. I was like, that's all we got? But let's talk about what we did get. Let's see what people are saying.
Let's get into it.
Here, let's see who is saying. Roy goes, look, kids, Big Ben. Let's see. Debbie says, and they're just saying things are coming out in 2025, but no definite dates. And nothing's really coming out in 2025 except for like one thing. The big stuff, like Villains.
The parade is in 2025.
The parade, right? In the
summer
summer of 2025.
Yeah, that was the only one.
Yeah. The things that are really coming out are
later, 2026, 2027.
Let's see. They overpromise, says Darla, part of our LBV mod squad. DCA was supposed to be $1 billion park and underwhelming. Speaking of that, Cars Land.
Yeah.
Coming to us. So what's going to happen? Like, that's Disneyland's flagship. People come from all over the world to see Cars Land, and I'm thinking, oh, you just took away, but does that mean we're getting what Hollywood Studios has? I haven't even taken you to see that show. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? That, Lightning McQueen, James, they really took to heart that this park will never be finished. They really wanted to put emphasis on we're just not going to do it. let's see. Coco will be behind the Incredicoaster, says Lori Jean. And yes, Surfer Girl, the Academy. So there's a Lightning Queen Racing Academy. If you've seen our famous shirt, inspired by that. And it's just kind of you in there. And it's cute for once, but it's nothing else. So my question is, will Lightning McQueen just be at the back of the Frontierland and just waving to people again?
No, they're supposed to have like
I know it says that. I know, but every time they've said we're getting this, it's been like, oh, actually somebody said on the internet, the original makeshift drawing and the model for Tiana had, you remember the crown with the light up crown? It had Mama Odie and her, like there was all these other things and they took them away. So I don't know what's going to happen. Let's see. Deanna says, I'm excited about the announcements, but I don't know if it will compete with Epic Universe. I mean, I think Epic Universe, they're again. I think
here's the thing. I think with Epic Universe, it's just the fact that it's a brand new park, so everyone's going to be drawn to that brand new.
Yeah,
park.
But they're always adding.
Yeah, where what I'm saying is like Disney, they're adding to their current parks, but there's enough space they can make a whole new park in some place. There's enough space in Disney World.
Well, yeah, I mean that's why we're shocked that the villains thing never happened, but. With Epic Universe, again, I think Patreon, am I allowed to, I forget, what did she say I was allowed to say?
I don't know.
So we had a cocktail hour with one of the Universal, their version of Imagineers. They're called team members?
Team members.
Is that what they're called? Yeah, Chris, I'll have you be the person to put the comments on there. Like, what did Kevin say? So yeah, while I'm talking, I'll have you help me so I can, So the team members at Universal, they were telling us stuff like they're constantly going to be adding new stuff to Super Mario World, what they already have in the stages, as well as for the monsters section. That's going to be like the old Universal Monsters World. So, you know, the neat thing is they already have planned a 10-year plan out and to keep it constantly interesting with something new. To the point they've already discussed having Halloween Horror Nights extend into that park, which is pretty crazy, into the astrological section. I just don't see Disney thinking that kind of foresight. Like, hey, see, Sandra says, where's Monsters going? Now, Chris was freaking out. He thought it was going to be the Muppets, Sandra. But you figured out it was Launch Bay.
I heard it's Launch Bay. All right, so we're going to go by one, or we're just going to go randomly? Because what do you have up first? What's our first one that we're doing? Here we go.
Oh, Avatar.
Is that the first one we're going to talk about? Okay, yes. We're talking about Avatar. Here we go. Avatar Land.
Now, guys, in Disneyland, I think this is going to be really neat if they actually do what they say.
Because this is going to not be like ours. This is going to be like water.
This is, if you've ever seen the Pirates ride for China, it's one of the most complex ride systems ever created. Supposedly, it's going to be like that. And definitely Google video of the ride. Has anybody seen it? Type into the chat. Have you ever seen the China Pirates ride? It is other level. And it is considered the most difficult ride, just everything engineering wise. I don't know if I believe that can be done in Anaheim.
I don't know.
You're telling me a giant area exists of being able to do what they did in Orlando? Let me know in the comments. Do you guys believe I've been to Anaheim and I'm like, what are they going to do? Take the 7-Eleven? Like, I know there's some parts that are, I know there's some parts that they have actual lots that they can get, to have, but I've been there and there is not a lot to work with. That simulation in China, the Pirates ride, takes up its own whole like world. It's like, think of it like Animal Kingdom. It is its own whole world. So can they create that? If they can do it, then anything is possible.
They said it's going to be in Disneyland, so it would probably have to be back near where like Guardians or Galaxy's Edge is.
Yeah, I mean, I'm reading the date. Did they conveniently not write a date?
Or Disneyland, or is it DCA?
I
think it's Disneyland because there's no space for it in DCA unless they knock down
They
the hotel.
Guys, they didn't give a date. Let me know in the comments on the live stream. Did they give a date?
DCA. It isn't DCA.
Did anybody know if they gave a date for Avatar? Because what I'm reading on their website, it says dirt is moving. Thanks, Disney. So does that mean it's going to be 2028? Let me know if they gave an actual date. Let's see. You know what they say? There's a great, big, beautiful tomorrow, but those dreams are years away. That's funny, Brandon. Waldo and I think they will take over the rapids where Villains Grove would be. Oh, that's going to be so small because then you're right inside of the Grand California Hotel.
Grand California is right there.
Oh, I hope that's on it. That's the world. The boat's going to be bigger than the Grand Californian. Let's see. John says about Encanto. Yeah, we'll get to that too. I mean, I just don't believe Avatar can fit the way that they're describing it. That's going to be like the Pirates ride. Feel free to come at me in what's probably 5 years when they make it. Be like, remember 5 years ago when you were younger? Well, Avatar finally came. Oh, Rick says
we got a super chat.
Oh my goodness. Would I sign each of your items? Oh my goodness, Rick, I don't want to destroy your stuff. I'll sign somewhere that won't ruin your shirt.
We'll sign them, Rick. Don't worry.
All right, Chris says he'll sign it. Let's see. Debbie says, do you think they're being too ambitious? I don't think they're ambitious enough. I mean, by saying we're going to see stuff in 2028, anything could happen. They could be like, oh, the economy changed. Or like, oh, there was a war or something like that. I mean, I've never heard of business. When Universal can beat Disney in a time thing for a whole park, that's not a good sign. Let's see. Honestly, Allison says, well, yeah, you know, I mean, I'll be honest. I don't know what Walt would have wanted, but I will say, I think he would have been like, do it. Like, hey, I mean, I remember he was in the hospital and he was still working. He was literally having his secretary bring the designs and he's still going. That's not happening right now. Let's see. And again, thank you for the super chat, Rick. Yes, you're so sweet. Oh my goodness, too kind. Chris, I'll have you pick some more of
well, where are we going to next?
Wall is one that we were talking about.
So that's still in Disneyland. So let's go to him, right?
Yeah, or the D23, the Epcot Space Lounge.
Well, that's not yet. We're still in Disneyland.
Okay, well, one thing I am excited about, and if you've watched any of our live streams,
we're still in Disneyland. So let's talk about Disneyland still.
So I've been super excited saying and let me know in the comments, guys. I've been saying forever, how can they not just make an animatronic Walt?
Yeah.
Like, how difficult can that be?
They made a holographic Walt for the Disney experience that was in the Franklin Institute in Philadelphia. I don't know if any of you guys went to it. I went and actually made a vlog, but we never posted it.
Wow. Well, I just think, I mean, I've been talking about it all the time. Especially when I went to Disneyland and saw great moments with Lincoln. I was like, how do they not have Walt here?
Yeah.
And I mean, you don't have to make him come up with new things to say. He talked a lot. There's amazing quotes. Like, you could just repeat all of them. So I just think this is awesome. I'm so excited. I will absolutely hang out there all the time. But they could have done this like 10 years ago. That's my only thing. So like them acting like they did something really creative is kind of like, no, this should have been done a long time ago. Especially for the 50th. Actually, I think that was what I was saying over and over again. I'm like, give me Walt. Instead, they gave me a statue. Okay, Chris, next one.
What are we talking about next? What's back?
I'm going to go down the line because we're going to forget stuff. Okay. So let's go back to Spaceship Earth.
Okay, so then we'll go back here. So
So one thing, speaking of Walt's dreams, definitely Epcot. And oh yeah, can I see the chat?
Sorry.
And I personally am very excited for the fact that creating more experiences that people can have as if it was a regular a actual world of tomorrow, whether it be restaurants, whether it be lounges. I think this could be a really neat concept. Let me know in the comments, what do you guys think? Hey, Minya, hello. Hey, D Trace.
So where is this going to be? Is this going to be like overlooking like?
Oh yeah, Brandon, we'll get to it. We're going actually down the line of Chris's graphics. So no, we'll get to the Coco ride too. I love the bucket hat, says Noah. Oh good, more drinking at Epcot. Well, hopefully this is like a spot that people can just hang out and create kind of just a cool atmosphere that, you know, is able to help with the crowd control. I think that's what's happening. Let me know in the comments. If you've seen Epcot, it is a mess with crowds to the point sometimes it's hard to walk around World Showcase.
Yeah.
And that's on non-peak season. So I wonder if they're trying to create new spots, which I think that's smart. Hey, Maggie, good to see you. Let's see. I can hold my own with alcohol. Be disastrous for some. Here, you can...
Next one.
Zanlax says, can you put what Zanlax put on? Zanlax says, can you put a 15-minute song in between each picture?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, so fun. Yeah, guys, if you are just joining us, we were cracking up that literally the whole Disney parks, I think, live stream was 20 minutes and the rest was bands singing. Half of them really bad and half very good. But yeah, some of them I was like, ooh.
All right, next. Down the line. We're going to Coco.
And Chris, do you want to get some water? You okay?
Yeah.
Chris has been up since 4 a.m. for a special surprise, which we'll tell you guys later this week. But Paul Simon isn't spelling above where you guys gave shows where you live. I wish we lived in Spaceship Earth. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, I'm going to start a rumor. We live in Spaceship Earth. But that, I mean, originally wasn't Spaceship Earth supposed to be a place where people lived?
It was like, well, it was supposed to be a tower. Like Epcot was supposed to be like a hub central with like living accommodation. Yes. Like he actually thought of it as like a city.
Sandra says, yeah, it was really annoying. Just give the news. I know. And like I said, my favorite comment was from my friend Kristen, who wrote, am I at a concert or am I at the Disney Parks experience?
So I'm excited about this one because this is going to be, I think this will be by Pixar Pier. And like, I'm a big fan of the Coco movie. So I'm curious to see. It honestly looks like it is a little bit of like the Grand Fiesta Tour. Like looking at the picture, it's a boat and you're probably going on the Grand Fiesta Tour, but maybe with Coco. But I bet you they probably didn't want to take away the Grand Fiesta Tour, like as an Epcot.
Yeah, let us know in the comments.
So
do you think that's what it'll be like?
It could be like one of the things that if this goes really, really well and people like it, it might be a segue to moving this to Disney World for the Grand Fiesta Tour instead. But I would just hate to see Donald.
Yeah. So, I mean, Brandon mentions, you know, this could have possibly come to Epcot.
Yeah.
But I agree. I think the reason they didn't is because, you know, people would be up in arms that we lost Donald and, you know, more characters changing. Because
I heard some big changes at Magic Kingdom, actually. Big changes.
Yeah. Let us know what you guys think. Coco Ride. Yeah, we're getting the villains. Speaking of that, Chris, that's coming in 2028, which I could be dead by then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there'll be a second Epic Universe opening up by then.
Yeah, I think, what's another video game that's popular? They'll build
we forgot.
Halo World. I have no idea.
We forgot about this. This is in Disneyland. They're adding to Avengers Campus. And it's going to be a couple of new rides, one of which is going to be a Thanos ride.
Yeah, but a lot of people are angry. Let me tell you, my friends in Disney World are really angry about the, I guess it's like a simulation ride. Did you guys see that? I guess it's going to be similar to Spider-Man at Universal or Transformers. Let's see. I don't know. I mean, for me, I'd just be excited to do anything Marvel. But I guess the Disneylanders are like, this is our place. This is our spot. You know, like, I don't know. I'm excited about it, but I know, let me know. Is anybody Disneyland based that isn't happy about the announcements for Marvel? I guess, again, I saw the ride. Did you see the ride apparatus? Now, it's supposed to, there will be a coaster of some sort that's different. But the one that everybody's very unhappy at Disneyland is you're going to be in like a Star Tours.
Oh,
by going through.
I
Think
didn't
of it
know
like
that.
Spider-Man.
I didn't know
They
that.
showed the container that holds like 20 people at a time, Star Tours style, and the Disneylanders are not happy. I saw all the. Did you guys see the videos? Adventures Beyond Adversity. You're based out of Disneyland. Your thoughts? Let us know. Let's see. Yeah, let us know if you're. I don't mind. I mean, I personally, I'm like, I just love Avengers, but I think that's because we don't have Avengers. So, let's see. Yeah, type in the comments if you care about the Marvel world.
So next we have here.
Oh, that Cars attraction.
So I heard a rumor about this.
Okay, tell me.
And I don't know if it's right or not, but I heard that this will be in Frontierland.
Oh no, is this gonna be where Tomorrowland Speedway is?
No, that's in Tomorrowland.
I know, but that's a lost opportunity.
I know. Apparently, this is gonna be where the Liberty Bell is, and they're gonna get rid of Tom Sawyer's Island and the water that goes through it, and put this there. Apparently, it's a rumor.
Oh.
So they're gonna get rid of all of Tom Sawyer's Island, and then put this in there and change.
Yeah, that's
this
what
into
Darla's
Frontierland.
saying.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's what I heard.
Marie made a good point. She was saying DCA needs bigger ticket rides, like a coaster, these, big things, so that Marvel simulator is, so maybe that's why some people from the Disneyland, universe that I follow on Instagram were not thrilled. Let's see, the Cars ride you're getting is nothing like our Radiator Springs. Oh yeah, Adventures Beyond Adversity. Can you chime in what you think on this? Because, I just feel like this is so, this is such, for me, a California thing. Route 66, California.
Yeah.
I don't think Orlando when I think the Cars world. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Yeah, a lot of people are saying they've never even been to Tom Sawyer. I'm like, I'm quiet. Kitty mentioned that. Chris says, I wouldn't be mad if they did the Speedway. How cool would it be to race as a race car yourself? I know that we already have DCA's version, but if we can't have a racing experience, I say make Tomorrowland into, new cars and stuff. Let's see. Let me add that Kevin comment. I'm excited for both rides. Liberty Bell and Tom Sawyer Island are snooze. Yeah, so I guess, you know what, Chris, your thoughts are right. It sounds like they getting rid of that whole back area.
I just think, I guess it's the aesthetic of the Liberty Bell when you go into like the old timey area of the park, like with the Haunted Mansion and stuff like that. I'm just curious to see what they would do, because it doesn't really flow into Frontierland as good, maybe, if you don't have the water there. But I don't know.
Christina just made a good point, because I know Roy was saying it's going to be splashing through geysers, but wait, let me get Christina's. Where did Christina's comment? Hold on, did it come in? What if you could hear like roaring engines?
Yeah, I know.
In the Haunted Mansion area. Hello, foolish mortals. Vroom, vroom, vroom.
Yeah, like
that is gonna kill it.
It's gonna kill Liberty Square if that's what it is.
Oh my goodness,
so
I didn't even think of that.
Hopefully they're able to do something with it. But
oh my. Julie says, I heard villains will include Haunted Mansion and some of the river. So, I mean, maybe the villains will help buffer the vrooming cars.
I don't know.
Let me know what you guys think.
Maybe they have to get rid of the Liberty Bell for the villains area. Like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe that's part of it as well. But I heard that they could be getting rid of the Liberty Bell in the river.
Yeah. I mean, so I think that's the only place that it can go. But I do know from our Imagineer friend, again, if you guys remember our Patreon cocktail hour, we met, oh my God, I forget his name. We met him at that event for Give Kids the World. Remember we were at Epcot? Oh my God. Tony Baxter. Tony Baxter here. I don't know if you can take this off the screen.
Yes, I can.
But Tony Baxter himself was talking to us at the end of this event at Epcot. And he literally told us like everything. He was like, oh yeah, where Tiana's going to be, we're going to go back there. We're going to put New Orleans Square stuff. We're going to add more. We're going to extend. Like he already, how many years ago was this when we went to that event? 2
or 3, yeah. Like the thought was it's going to go behind.
But he was under the impression, Tony Baxter himself was under the impression he was going to start working on it now or earlier. So I'm pretty sure that not happening.
Yeah.
So again, he was talking to us about it 2 years ago. It should not be that it's going to take 7 years to just get the pieces going. Yeah. Wait,
Yeah.
what's 2028?
4 years.
4 years plus 2.
6.
Okay, 6 years. That's a long time that they've been thinking about. See, Spec Mac shows building expansion behind Frontierland. Yes, so that's what we were told by Tony Baxter, the
Yes.
famous Imagineer. He said, we're going to go to town, and that they already had stuff planned. And
Beyond Big Thunder Mountain, I think that's what they called it, right?
Yeah, and I think he was also mentioning to us villains stuff, and that would happen. Chris, go to the next one. Speaking of villains, go to the villains. Guys, let's discuss the
What do we
villains
got
layers.
next?
I'm excited because who doesn't want
We did
villains
that
fun?
We'll
I personally think that the villains is a need. I think that is Disney's answer to Epic Universe having their Monsters World. And I think it's really, really important they hurry up.
Yeah.
Because when does Epic Universe open?
I think summer of next year.
Yeah, so we're going to have a villain's land, realistically, of the Universal world ready to go. And again, my issue with all of this is Disney's been talking about this since 2019. And it shouldn't take, almost 9 years of talking about it for something to happen in the Disney realm, because again, Disney's such a huge company. And this is such an easy thing to do. I don't understand. I mean, when I say easy, I think easy to plan.
Do they all get their own evil castles? That's what it looks like.
No, I think it's going to be Maleficent as a main one. Now, they did mention Gaston. You guys remember? Did you guys watch it? They said Gaston's going to have his own area. Who saw the live stream? Let us know in the comments. And do you have pictures of the Gaston section?
No, I only had that one picture.
Okay. Well, here, put the chat back up so we can see what they're writing.
Everyone's saying they're excited.
Oh, Melissa, I know. Well, Maleficent's going to get her castle. So that's a plus. Let me bring out what each person in theory is getting. I say this because we've been hearing this for since 2019. Let's see. Villains. I have a whole thing written up. Type in the comments what villain stuff you would love to see, what you were hoping for. And then here, keep putting people's stuff on there because these are amazing commentary. It says once upon a nightmare, poisonous apples, a plant. So we're going to get, I guess, candy apples. Where's the Gaston thing? Well, Gaston's getting a whole section, but I mean, I'm kind of we have a tavern. So maybe they're moving it. So let's see. Good. Oh, hello, Patrick. How are you? Good to see you. Hello, Glenn Davis.
Hello,
I saw
everyone.
Glenn Davis wrote a very nice message on our Shop LBV site, by the way, reviewing one of the shirts. Looking fabulous, by the way. Thank you. I think it looked like there will be a Maleficent roller coaster.
Glenn says,
yes.
What if there's a Dr. Facilier's Voodoo Emporium?
We're all for that.
That would be amazing.
We'll help. We'll get it. Me and Chris will get out there with the shovel.
Yeah.
Start shoveling. Dakota's is something for Hades. I think that'd be an easy, fun one. You have obviously some cool kind of underworld. But let me know in the comments, who are you hoping to see? Obviously, Maleficent's going to be the headliner. Let me know what you think. And who is actually, everybody type in the chat. Who is, you think, Disney's most famous villain? Actually, I don't even, Chris, who do you think is, actually, hold on, let me turn around and look at my shirts. We have the Midnight Villains Club. I'm wait, who am I forgetting? All right, we got Jafar. I wouldn't say he's the flagship most famous villain. Captain Hook's a good one, but that's also with the Pirates area. We got Queen of Hearts. All right, we're literally looking at the Midnight Villains shirt behind us. It has every Disney villain, including Governor Radcliffe. I don't think he's going to be there. I think they're going to skip.
You never know.
I think they're going to skip him. Cruella, I don't think would get her own flagship thing.
The
The Evil Queen.
Evil Queen was the first villain.
Evil Queen says, and if you could click Becca's and everybody's messages, I love seeing them. Adventure says, I agree with Dakota. Yeah, Christina, I think you're right. If looking at our Midnight Villains tea, Scar's obviously amazing, and I'm going to get into that Lion King thing. I'm not happy we didn't get Lion King. I'll explain why, but it's okay. I'm a little hurt. I would say the two most famous would be Evil Queen and Maleficent.
Yeah. Those have to be like the first two as well, like realistically.
Brianna says
the hunter for Bambi's mom.
Everybody's saying Bob I keep calling him Bob Paycheck because of you guys. Oh my goodness. But I'm not gonna lie, I think Bob Iger's just as I think he's just there because he has to be. He's like,
who's
I
the
don't
most
know
evil villain, the hunter and Bambi.
Oh, that's true. Let's see. Which it's Cody
Gaston.
says Maleficent.
Did you know that?
What?
The hunter and Bambi is actually that killed is Gaston.
What?
You guys didn't know that? So there's always like little Easter eggs in different Disney movies. Like then they try to connect each one. So apparently there's like for some of this. So for instance, in Rapunzel, the Rapunzel's wicked stepmother, whoever I forget her name, she apparently is actually the evil queen. The evil queen, or I think so. And then in Bambi's mom gets shot, and then in Beauty and the Beast, apparently Gaston comes into a bar. I forget this, but he comes into a bar with a deer, and I think it's like Bambi's mom. So Gaston, they kind of hinted that it's Gaston that killed Barry's mom. Yeah, Mother Gothel.
And I do want to mention, if you guys haven't seen, we're back vlogging, and Johnny Apps is talking about a very special scene. Thanks to Roy, who saved it and compiled it. Thank you, Roy. You might have to. Do you mind grabbing me another water?
Oh no.
I'll
be right back.
Yeah, we're thirsty, guys. It's one of those days. So yeah, whatchamacallit, go check out our vlog channel, different than this one. We have an iconic compilation of Johnny Apps and Chris riding the teacups at the Halloween party with Darth Maul using the Force, and Roy added amazing, scary Star Wars music. It's hysterical in the vlog. Go check it out on our other channel. Let's see, Brianna, I mean, the New Universe was building the monster. Brianna, that's exactly what I said. They've been talking about the villains layer since 2019. It was so popular. This party did anybody ever go to this villains party? I guess Disney used to close down, I think it was Hollywood Studios, and do a villains event. Let me know if you guys ever went to that. Supposedly it was so popular. People loved it. And so that's what gave them the idea of a villains land. Let's see. Oh, I love you, Amber. Cody says, I am excited to ride monsters. Us too. I think that sounds amazing. I've always wanted to go through the door. So I'm excited that in theory, it will be a roller coaster that you go through the doors. Now, my stomach better be working by then. Hey, Judy. Oh, she has some amazing photos in her shirt page. You look amazing in everything. I love always seeing your, speaking of shirts, I love seeing you guys in our shirts. But yeah, again, my concern is that I don't understand why it's taking Disney so long, other than the fact that there's a lot of red tape. If you do want to join Patreon, we have a new friend, Adam, by the way. Welcome, Adam. We have a cocktail hour. We usually hire a celebrity to come and talk to everybody. And we've learned that Disney has a lot of bureaucracy, a lot of red tape, and things don't get done quick enough, to the point Joe Rohde basically kind of just left at one point because he was like, we gotta go quicker. And he just felt he couldn't get stuff done. And so, he came back, and hopefully he's helping some, but even he was complaining at how slow the pace was when he was trying to get stuff done. Jim says that they went to that event when she was still around. Yeah, it was supposedly so popular and awesome. Let's see. Glenn says, sometimes slow and steady wins the race. Well, unfortunately, we live now in a time of tech. And I mean, I'm always going to keep going to Disney, but have a new generation who's more ADD. And if they can't get ticket sales and everybody's going to Universal, we may not have what Disney said they're going to create in 2028 because they don't have the funds for it. So unfortunately, we live in a time, and we're in the same problem at LBV. We don't use AI to create our designs. Disney uses AI to create their designs. They talked about it actually at the D23. And does that hurt us? Because our competitors can create a new design hourly. We don't do that. So does that mean what happens to us as a shop? So you got to think, parallel this. Disney has the billions of dollars to compete technologically, to keep up with their competitors like Universal Parks, other theme parks. I mean, when Six Flags is opening new roller coasters quicker than Disney, there's a problem. So Disney just has to make sure that their checks and balances don't hinder creativity. A lot of Imagineers left, due to not, the shakeup of CEOs, but not being able to do what they love. We met when we were at the Walt Disney Studios in Burbank. We actually met an animator who was just visiting that no longer worked with Disney. And he complained about how when he was working on the last animation before he left, he did Aladdin. And he said it was great. We just put stuff out and they just let us. I worked with Robin Williams and there was no holds bar. And again, this is a tour with public guests. And this animator is telling us and basically talking down about why he left and wanted to retire was when they got to the later movies. I think it was like Brother Bear. They started having all these hurdles, like, oh, so-and-so has to check this. And this is one of the head animators of Aladdin that literally worked directly with Robin Williams. And he's telling us a story. And I'm thinking, that's not good. That also makes sense why it's so slow for them to produce movies now. I think sometimes you have to let your talent go. Anybody that loves Disney, they're so talented. Let your talent go wild. Give them free reign. Do your thing. And have trust in them versus micromanaging. And, but again, that story will forever stay in my mind because I kind of see the downhill of the Disney movies, shortly after what that man was talking about. And I just also remember thinking, oh my God, he's saying this in front of a group of people. I don't know who that man was, but he was on the Aladdin thing. And he was like, I don't care who hears me say it. He goes, I think that's going to be the downfall of Disney movies, but I also think the downfall of Disney parks. So hopefully somebody comes in there and is like, this isn't just a paycheck. We got to do this so that our kids' and our kids' will fall in love with Disney the same way we did. Let's see.
There you go.
Oh, thank you so much. Let's see. Heard someone report the idea of Monterey was originally proposed in 2007. Oh, I believe that. I've been talking how I wanted a Monsters ride because what is the coolest concept? Can you imagine holding onto the door?
That's really cool.
And going. So yeah, I agree, Peach fan. Let's see.
I'm looking forward to that. That's going to be a fun
one.
This
is interesting. Roy says, to prove people can't wait, how many of us can't wait for Netflix to automatically show us the next episode? Yeah, so, we live in an interesting time where your competitor, if Paramount Plus or HBO Plus is putting out the next thing or Amazon, I mean, trust me, it sucks.
That is true.
This is coming from somebody who's trying to make a vlog every 3 days. And I'm like, trust me, I'm tired. But people actually forgot we did vlogs. No joke. And I'm like, yeah, you don't remember? We did vlogs. They're like, oh, you took a couple months off. I forgot you. But that's the world we live in. It's pretty crazy.
People forgot who we are.
Yeah, not you guys. Not you guys. That Sunday fun that people do. We love
Chris
you guys.
has my favorite shirt. Look at that.
Oh, I love it, Waldo. I love it. Let's see. Maureen says, does anybody stop being woke? I just think they need to entertain. At the end of the day, as long as they entertain. And David, I just did your order, David. I saw that. David didn't forget we did vlogs. David, you wrote the sweetest comment on our vlog. We love you, David. I do. That's me. I answer every comment. That is not a joke. People are like, does she really answer? Yeah, I answer every comment. And I love it because I get to know people like David. And Chris, let's show Lion King. Oh, Brianna, you're so sweet.
Oh, I didn't bring that one on.
Okay, well, let me tell you about it.
Because that's in whatchamacallit.
My heart is broken.
Yeah,
Animal
I
Kingdom
only did the stuff in America.
should have gotten it. Be prepared. Oh my God, I would have loved to have
I only
Pride
downloaded the stuff from
Rock
America.
and Lion King in Animal Kingdom. I mean, instead of Indiana Jones, we should have gotten the Lion King. But I know what Disney's doing. They're trying to send people to Paris because they know people will always come to Orlando. But that's not fair. That's just being mean. Yeah, Andrew and Roy are talking about that. I think they should have been Indiana Jones and Hollywood Studios, and we should have gotten the Lion King ride. Look, at the end of the day, any Disney exec can try to take me on. I know why you put Lion King in Disneyland Paris. A lot of times they know everybody's going to come to Orlando. It's cheap to come here. It's easier. It's a quick hub for all flights. But Animal Kingdom...
Well, Scar also
should have had Lion. I mean, can you imagine Pride? When you have the show.
Oh, I know.
I mean, that was the stupidest thing I've ever heard.
I'm surprised that they didn't.
Can you imagine in Paris when it snows on Pride Rock? All of a sudden,
Scar does talk with an English accent, though, so I guess he was European.
So yeah, can you imagine as they're like trying to have Pride Rock with like the fumes and the stuff, and all of a sudden snowing? But you know, from what I gather, it's to bring audiences to the foreign markets. Would I go to Paris just for that? If I had the money. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Lion King, the whole world, Pride Rock, going to Paris? Does anybody else think that's crazy? Please no more merch vlogs. Oh, Jennifer, we're excited about Cars Land. That's why I'm not gonna lie. I was like, are all the Disneyland people angry? I just hope it's not like the Lightning McQueen Racing Academy.
It's gonna be like a.
I know, but they're saying what it's going to be like. It doesn't mean that's what it's going to be like. Like they've been saying, like, oh, this is going to be like this, and then they're like, oh, here's a little car. There's no room in Africa at AK for Lion King. Well, I do know Disneyland is having an Indiana Jones ride, so they could have gotten rid of Indiana Jones and Dinosaur area and put Pride Rock. That's what I would have done. So even if I'm sure, like, look, Orlando has so much room, I'm sure they could have figured something out. But nonetheless, you know, I would put Indiana Jones in Hollywood Studios. Let me know if you agree. Why Paris? Yeah, so Orlando gets people no matter what. Yeah. Literally, they can up the prices.
But, I mean, they did announce a lot for Orlando. Let's be real. They did announce a lot.
Yeah, but I mean,
you can't give it everything. You have to give other parks something.
Oh, that's very thoughtful,
Chris.
I didn't think about that.
We have to share the wealth. Yes, it fits perfectly in Animal Kingdom, but you can name name any attraction anywhere, and it fit.
Okay, but give Indiana Jones world. To the Hollywood Studios in Paris.
There's a Hollywood Studios in Paris?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
So there you go. We would have gotten Animal Kingdom. They get Indiana Jones. I think would have fit better. Let's see. And supposedly Indiana Jones is going to be Mayan. And so I kept thinking, oh my God, Crystal Skull. Let me know in the comments.
Yes, the Crystal Skull.
We all hate, I mean, if you've ever seen the Crystal Skull, it's really bad. But that'd be funny. Oh, Mrs. Darth Vader's here. Oh, wait, we salute you and little Anakin. Yes, we are very excited about the parade.
Walt Disney Studios Paris. That's what it's called. Thanks, Andrew.
Thank you, Andrew. Yeah, I'm excited about that. Speaking of happy things, yes, I guess Magic Kingdom is getting a lot.
Andrew, but I still call it MGM here, so I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Veronica loves the Walt shirt. Supposedly a lot of people wearing a D23, and they're like, what booth do we get it at? And people were like, LBB. Let's see. In search of a mythical creature, says Amy, to keep with the concept of animals. That's good. No Crystal Skull. We don't want the Crystal Skull. That's good.
Searching for Mothra.
And Eric, again, I am really excited about the nighttime parade. That is awesome.
It's basically the Main Street Electrical Parade on steroids. Is what it is.
Because it's the Tokyo one.
It's the Tokyo one.
Which is awesome.
And they call that one the Main Street Electrical Parade, don't they? Or is that the Paris one that they call it?
Let us know in the comments if you know. Let's see. So Kim's makes an interesting point. Kim, were you with us on the Patreon cocktail hour when we had the Imagineer on? So what we did learn is those groups abroad are actually not part of Disney. Remember, they're not like a Disney Imagineers. They are like a separate group.
They're a separate group that they bring on. They bring
consultants,
on like a consultant. Disney Imagineers as consultants almost.
So on a good note, that allows them to not have to follow the red tape of Disney as their like head people. Yes, do they have to follow some guidelines? Yeah, but they have their own project team. They have their own everything. So what they want, if they want to get it done and make it into the most cool, amazing ride ever, they can.
Greg says in Tokyo, it's called the Disneyland Electrical Parade, Dream Lights. So it's like apparently it's going to be almost exactly the same parade.
Okay, let's see. Oh, I see. Expedition, is that one?
Yes.
Tokyo Disneyland Electrical Parade. Thank you, Expedition Greg.
Yeah, because I think that's what I heard. Like, they're even going to have like the Blue Fairy, and it's going to be very, very similar to the Main Street Electrical Parade, just with
Oh, I loved Spectro Magic too. Remember Spectro Magic? I'll take any of them. I was very, very happy about that. Yeah. So yeah, there's lots less red tape at the other countries because they have their own obviously team they use, and then just a Disney Imagineer like consulting team comes in to help out. Let's see. Christopher Robin says, I think it's odd they're continuing with the Little Mermaid show at Hollywood Studios. Oh, when does that open?
I don't know.
November? So Christopher Robin makes a good point about the spacing, because that's where what's going by Disney Junior.
Oh, that's going to be Monstropolis.
So what are they going to do with Little Mermaid? That's a really good point. I didn't think about, Christopher. So Monstropolis is going to go where Bay
Star Wars Launch Bay is. Which is great because there's so much space there that they don't even use. So I'm thrilled because that's just wasted space.
Oh, that's awesome, Jennifer. I'm so jealous. Oh my goodness. Our Main Street Electrical Parade shirt sold out like that. I think, oh yeah, it's gone again. I found like one and I was like, boom. And I love to paint the night. I never got to see that. I think anytime Disney does a nighttime parade, I think that's awesome. I've never seen a bad nighttime parade. But yeah, what's the next one, Chris? But yeah, the only thing I'm bitter about is the Lion King. I was really, really looking forward to it. Yeah, don't worry. The Muppets are staying. It's getting rid of Star Wars Launch Bay, and it's getting rid of Disney Junior.
Yeah.
Chris, show us the next one.
What do we got next?
Open your thingy. Chris made all these little graphics.
Oh, well, we did.
Tropical America.
No, did we talk about Walt Disney? We did.
Yeah, Tropical America.
So we're going to talk about this next, though. We're just going down.
Oh, okay. We'll stick with Hollywood Studios. So we are getting a Baby Grogu and Mandalorian version of the Millennium Falcon, which I'm excited. I like the idea. I always wondered why they didn't do what they're doing with Star Tours, where they can change the storyline.
That would be like, I'm not opposed to them keeping the storyline that they currently have, but I also think what could be fun is them being able to change it every once in a while because it's virtual, just like how Star Tours does. You get different ones all the time. Every time you go is a different one. You would think that they could program it to have a different simulation every time, or because there's not just one simulator. There's like 3 or 4, maybe even like 10 different simulators for Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run. So maybe you have 5 doing one thing and 5 doing another thing, or 4, 4, and 4, or something like that, just to make it a little bit different. So you're not getting the same thing every single time, which I think could be fun.
Yeah, and let us know. I see Deanna saying that she's so excited about everything staying. Yes, me too. B Green Hyde just said there's a resolution. Is there a resolution issue, guys? Let me know. And I see all these people asking about Walt too. Yes, the Walt shirt Chris is wearing was the famous shirt of the show. Also, Mickey himself. Well, the man who voices Mickey, Brett Iwan. Did I get it right? Was wearing our Mickey hat during the whole thing, which is so cool. Did you see that?
I did.
Christina sent that to us. Christina, thank you. That was so cool. At first I'm looking at it, I was like, oh, that's cool. Some guys wearing a hat. She's like, no, it's Mickey. I was like, oh my God, it's Mickey.
It's Mickey.
That is so cool. And supposedly the guy who's the voice of Oogie Boogie is at D23 and has our shirt.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know how. Has anybody seen, if you guys see a video of that or a photo, can you send that my way? We got a message about it. I think he's like in one of the panels or something. I forget. But yes, our Oogie Boogie shirt, that one is almost gone. And this one, it's Crazy Pants.
Crazy Pants.
I don't know what is happening that August 11th, everybody has bought all the Halloween stuff. Also, we didn't produce a ton of stuff because of all the crazy stuff happening. So we have a limited stock. I apologize, guys. So if it sells out, Oogie Boogie cannot be remade. This is the last time Chris said he'll ever do it. And this one, we have a idea to do one more restock. That is maybe we'll announce it next week, what our idea is about this. And then it's going into the vault.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Did you know that? Peach fan Anne says there are multiple pattern drops.
Yes.
Wait, so the story changes at Tower of Terror?
No, it's the same story all the time, but it's just how it drops you. Like, it's not the same drop. It doesn't just go from like 1 to 13 to like, it's randomized. It's different patterns. So that way you're always, if you just continue to ride the ride over and over and over again, it's still going to get you guessing like, oh,
that's cool. And Christopher Robin, yes, the big laugh. Who saw our merch vlog on our vlog channel? Everybody's been cracking up about the look-alike shirt.
Yes.
At one point, I'm holding what looks like Oogie Boogie, and I'm like, that's right. That just means it's putting out there to millions more people how awesome our designs are. Let's see. We need more villains merch. We have the ultimate villain shirt because I couldn't pick who to give a villain shirt to. So I was like, Chris, all of them. Headless Horseman, even weird rare ones like Governor Radcliffe are on that Midnight Villains, but we do love villains. So I'm really excited. I'm going to go, me and Melissa, who else is going to live in the villains section of Disney World with me? I am so excited. And yes, that means it's like year-round Halloween now at Magic Kingdom. Well, in 4 to 5 years. So I'm like, why does it have to take so long? So we'll see. Hopefully it's still there. Carla, I'm so glad you love it. Yeah. Speaking of Hades, that might be a shirt we're working on.
It is.
It's really awesome. I was actually, we were debating. I love the shirt, the idea of the shirt. I can't tell you what it is, but when you see it, you will freak out. But I was wondering how many people are actually fans of Hades. I said, Chris, just make the most amazing shirt. And if even people don't care about Hades, they'll be like, that was awesome. They'll be like, that was so cool. I'm going to buy it. Oh, Hades is here. Oh, gosh, that's some spooky stuff. Chris, make it stop. That's scary.
I didn't do it.
Did you guys see that?
I didn't do anything.
What in the Hades was that? Did you guys see that?
What is that?
Did anybody see the strobe stuff happening with the lights when I said like...
Wasn't me.
Oh my gosh, no, Ghosty! No! Bam! Bam! No, go to Magic Kingdom Villain Lair. Oh my gosh, guys. The timing of that was... Dakota, that's his favorite villain, and Ben too. No else is this funny. Yeah, oh my goodness. You guys saw that, right? Also, I was like, Chris, what did you do? I thought like, he unplugged something, and all of a sudden, when I said Hades and the greatest shirt ever, boo, 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 boo. I was like, oh my God, Hades is here. No. So yeah. No ghosties allowed here. Let's see. Yeah, you know what? We respect the ghosties, but we are not like the Haunted Mansion. There is no room for one more. They gotta go to the Haunted Mansion. They gotta stay there. Sandy says we saw it. Okay, yeah,
that was a little freaky.
Oh my God, now I'm scared to make the Hades shirt.
Why not?
So you're gonna laugh. We have a Chernabog shirt. But I didn't realize Chernobog is supposed to be Satan. Did you guys know that? We watched a documentary that Walt talks about how Chernobog is Satan, and there's things to come, these church bells to come and kill Satan and the demons. And I was like, do we put Chernobog on a shirt now if it's Satan? I was like, Walt said it was Satan. So I thought Hades is safe. Hades, the Greeks believed like he just was a guy that hung out in the underworld. It wasn't like, Princess goes, we love Winston.
Winston.
No, well, Winston was originally the ghostie that we named.
Oh.
Yeah. So Winston also has some other meanings you guys will see later this week. But Deanna, we think the villains area will be over by the Haunted Mansion.
All right, we're going to try something here real quick. All right, ready?
We're switching.
We're switching computers here. See, it might be my computer. So
It's doing it again. What?
All right.
Wait,
So
what shirt? What are we on?
What? And then I could remove. All right. So
wait, what shirt? What are we on? What a way to enter talking about Hades and Satan. What are we on?
All right.
What a way to enter talking about Hades and Satan.
Oh, I know what's going on.
What a way to enter.
There.
Oh my God! I was like, I'm in my own.
We're better. Okay, so now it should work. Is that clearer, by the way, guys? It was an alternate universe. Yes, it was. Is this clearer, though?
This was a timeline.
This definitely looks a lot clearer.
Yeah, let us know. Beaker's saying, don't worry about resolution.
Yeah, but...
Is it better now?
Is it better?
Let us know, guys. Do you see us more clearly? Can you see my
or is it
eye
the same?
makeup?
Can you see us? Looks good.
Yeah, says David.
Can you hear us? Yeah, it is. Looks great. Okay, so it's definitely the computer.
Carla, is it clearer?
I think it is. It definitely.
Oh, Melissa says it's better.
It's better.
Okay, so we're switching.
So that's what it is. It was a little switch here. It was.
Oh, I do. I look better.
There you go.
Yay.
Okay.
It is better, says Eunice. Yay. Okay.
There we go. So it was the old computer compared to the new computer.
To Beaker and Honeydew, who were helping. Chris Ross says the spirits have been removed. We saged everything. Whatever the world just happened. By the way, as Chris did that, the lights started going again. I was like,
I don't know
what is this? Thanks, Debbie. Oh my gosh, that's funny.
That's really funny. It does look clearer though. It's not just my eyes. Chris looks better too. Thanks, Waldo. That's all that matters.
Oh, well, thank you, Tiaras, and thank you, Waldo. Chris always looks great. He's a boy. Oh my goodness, so funny. I was really nervous. And yeah, speaking of Halloween stuff, if you do love any of our Halloween stuff like this, Chris, oh yeah, well, hopefully soon we're gonna have a little variant of this. But if you are looking to get it, I'm really sorry. We're running out of stuff. I think there's only 4 Oogie Boogies left of certain sizes. And I think we have no XLs left of this, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
We have like one.
One maybe?
We're going to try to, because so Oogie Boogie, that's all hand dyed. Some of these that you see look different, hand dyed. So I'm sorry if anybody. So if you do want them, I would rather our LBV diehard friends and family grab whatever's left before anybody else, because we're going to get angry messages in like 2 days because we have 3 months of Halloween left to go.
3, I know.
So what are we going to do? What in the Hades are we going to do?
A very important question. Will you ever be able to bring back the Nightmare Pullover?
Show 'em. Grab it, Chris. You can stand. Hades don't got you. Yeah, what in the Hades is happening that all of our stuff, again, we don't make a ton of them, but yes, this is coming back one last time. These are all hand dyed, and we have a specific company that we like because it's so nice on the inside. But it's coming this week. Yes.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah. So, but we have to do all the fancy pants stuff to it. So yeah. So keep an eye out. Make sure you're subscribed to our SMS thing. Remember last time, guys, the texting? That was so fun. So if you didn't know, if you go to shoplbv.com, you can text us and also get like updates on things. Amy, yeah, it just doesn't look as cool like this one. But yes, we could. But it looks kind of like, I don't know, it looks for me, I'm like, I just want everything the best of the best. But yes, I could stop being Maria Perfectionist and just put it on a black shirt. Let's see. Allison says, I love it. I love it too. It's one of my favorites. The pumpkin long sleeve. No, it's all gone. We can't. So the problem is these like rare, unique materials with these colors, the yam, we can't get a lot of this stuff. Everybody in the whole world grabbed the best of the best materials, and we grab what we could. We buy in bulk in advance when we can. Sometimes we actually try to bid with other people. Literally other shops will outbid us like in an auction to try to get certain materials. Sometimes you have to bid on a sheep to get the wool. Yes, we hand sew these. No, I'm just kidding. I had to go down to the farmer's market and buy 3 sheep just so we could get that sweater that we just showed you guys. So that's what it feels like. But yeah, if you go to shoplbv.com, whatever is left is kind of it. I'm really sorry. We didn't. Can I get a high five for Mr. Chris in person? High five! High five! All right, Chris, let's go to the next one. We did the villains in the spooky lair. Go to Encanto Land. Encanto Land, which is the tropical. I keep wanting to call it the Tropicana. We're going to the Tropicana. We're going to the Tropicana. We're going to the Tropicana. The Americas, right? The Americas, tropical Americas. That's what they're thanks, Allison. It's one of my favorites. I love this. Yeah, you got it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, the Tropicanas. The Tropicanas. We're going to get some orange juice. Now, Princess, we have the worst luck. Oh my gosh. Chris is chugging coffee. You gonna be able to go sleep tonight? Sure. Oh my goodness. Babalu says, yes, Lucy. Now, Chris, do you know anything about Encanto? See. Actually, no, you don't. So I'm not going to go to the bathroom yet. I'm going to explain this one, and then I'll go to the bathroom and you take over the next one. I think the Encanto world will be really cool. There wasn't, I think it could have gone to Epcot. Let me know in the chat. Do you think this could have gone to Epcot? I feel like this could have gone to Epcot. I guess my question is, besides butterflies, because that's isn't that like a main thing? What animals are there? Well, no, remember the little boy gets his little animal friends and stuff. So he's saying as you ride the ride. So if you don't know the story, they're claiming that on the ride, you're going to discover people finding their their animal. Remember the boy has like a little cheetah or something? It was a jaguar, wasn't it? Yeah, everybody type in the chat. I love dinosaurs. Antonio, yes. Amber says, I feel like it could have gone to Epcot. Again, we could have gotten the Lion King. Yeah, they're Colombian, I think, if I'm not mistaken. The Madrigal family. From Madrigal. Madrigal. I don't know, you sound cooler saying it, yeah. So they could have made a Colombia country. Yeah, so Allison's saying because the kid can speak to animals, that's why they're putting it there. But I just feel you could have had all of this also in Epcot. Yep. But do they think it would have competed with Mexico? Could have. Does that make sense? There are a lot of similarities. So I think maybe that's why. Audrey says this is gift he can talk to animals. Well, we could have still had animals in Epcot, but I think the reason they did not put a whole world is we have a Latin American country represented, and what if it's a little too similar? I could see that. If they're going to put a new country in Epcot, it should be something that's really maybe unique and different than what they currently have. Yeah. So Audrey, we were saying that we should, or I was saying, we should have gotten the Lion King world, like the Pride Rock.
Yeah.
Instead of Indiana Jones and send this to Epcot and Indiana Jones to Hollywood Studios. So Lion King would have gotten that foot traffic to Animal Kingdom, because who doesn't want to see the Lion King, like the whole world?
And then at Epcot,
but we forget Encanto is really popular with the younger generation.
That's true.
So I do think from a business perspective, can you put the chat back? From a business perspective, I do think it's smart to get kids interested in Animal Kingdom. Encanto is a very smart way to bring them in. So
John says
Audrey, I agree.
Australia should be in Epcot. I agree, John, and they should put breakdancing in there and hire the breakdancer from the Olympics. If anyone saw that, she was absolutely amazing. One of my favorite moments of the entire Olympics. You didn't see that, did you, Maria?
No, I'm reading the chat. Hold on a second.
Who in the chat saw the Australian breakdancer?
Animal Disney. Yeah.
So, Bluey. That's true.
Plus the area. Yeah. So, no, I mean, I agree with a lot of people. What they're saying is by bringing in Encanto, now you're going to bring in a lot of kids. Super excited.
Yep.
Where is Ace? I've been wanting a South American area for Animal Kingdom. Animals. We do have the tortoises. They're giant.
Yeah.
You saw that vlog.
Jaguars.
We do have
birds, llamas, alpacas. Yeah.
We don't have alpacas and that stuff. I hope they actually bring those in. Let's see. Breakdancing I did not know was a sport.
So there's a viral thing going around from the Australian woman breakdancer, because she scored 0 points out of whatever you could score. 0 points. So she didn't get awarded a single point. And one of her moves was the kangaroo hop.
Oh my goodness.
And so this was her move.
That's amazing. I want to be her friend.
She was amazing.
I want to be Diz Fan's friend, because, by the way, thank you for the PayPal. I'm so sorry. Diz Fan, thank you so much. We're trying to put the things on the screen. Diz Fan sent a PayPal. A super chat. I'm sorry. What do you guys think about Cars going to MK and Monsters going to Hollywood Studios? Cars in Frontierland doesn't add up to me. Where are they going to put the monsters? I'll let Chris answer. We were talking about that earlier.
Sure, Diz Fan.
I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I'll be right back.
Maria had to go to the bathroom.
I've been holding it.
No worries. I'm going to sit here, drink my coffee. Oh, almost lost it. And talk to you guys. All right. Let's chat. So, Diz Fan, really quick. So they're going to make a whole area, like Toy Story Land. They're going to make a whole new area for Monsters Land, which is going to be Monstropolis. I think they're going to build it in and around where the Star Wars launch bay was, and kind of take that down and build a whole new area back there, which then would also make sense because it's then connected to Toy Story Land, which is also Pixar. So then they got the one or two together. So that could be pretty good, I think. Launch bay and Disney Junior is gone. That's right. Themes Park assembled. But getting back to the Australian breakdancer, just real quick, because I know Maria didn't see it, so this could be my little rabbit hole that I go down. I was actually fair play to her. She is I think the things that she did on the world stage was absolutely amazing. I understand it was a sport, and I get it was a sport, but at the end of the day, she also had to qualify to get there. So whoever put her in to qualify to get there, she did it. And whatever she does when she's there, it's completely fine. A couple years back in the Winter Olympics, there was a woman who, I think she was an American woman, but had Slovenian or Slovakian parents. And so she found out that it's not a loophole, but it's more of the Olympics need to qualify regionally around the world. So you can't just have the best 5 or best 10 skiers from America. It has to go back and forth in areas across the world. So she found out that in Slovenia, Slovakia, wherever it was, I'll switch with you, Maria.
Oh, yeah, nobody's ever seen the Arendelle sweatpants, the joggers. Yeah. Oh, wait, this is the first time ever.
Well, you can't interrupt my story.
No, because, Chris, I just realized nobody's ever seen these, and I live in these.
That's what the breakdancers were wearing.
Hold on, I'll break dance in the back.
You got to do the hop. That's literally what she did on the Olympics. But so anyway, so this woman in Slovenia, she qualified for you. Long story short, she qualified for the Olympics in skiing and half pipe, and all she did to go down the half pipe was just like this. But she rode enough times, or did enough qualifications that just going like this back and forth the half pipe, not going on a single jump, qualified her for the Olympics. So fair play to this Australian breakdancer, because I don't know what she did to qualify, but she is an Olympian, a true Olympian, and now that made my complete day seeing her how she broke this. So when you get a chance, honestly, Maria, she literally did this. She did this while she was breakdancing. I swear.
That's what you do.
Yeah, like she literally did this, and then she did this, the bunny hop, or it was actually the kangaroo hop, she called it. It was so amazing. One of my, I mean, I watched a lot of the Olympics.
So
I watched the basketball game last night.
Olympic, look at this running man.
Look, listen, try to qualify for Greece in breakdancing next Olympics, and you might be able to do so. This woman she was like 37 years old. I'm serious, and like a mother of 4.
What you're telling me, people at 37 that are mothers can't dance?
No,
Chris, any woman can dance at any age.
But she's an Olympian. She is an Olympian. That's a difference. I'm not an Olympian. You're not an Olympian. Can you imagine walking around? Like I would. That is.
Thanks, Mrs. Dorothy.
That is such a high esteem.
Jennifer
honor.
goes
To say you are an Olympian is something else.
Oh my gosh. A princess says she also did a move on the floor. Oh, I thought a dance from toddler. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
I know it won't ram. Yeah, I saw it won't be in the next Olympics. But flag football will.
I thought she was there to pump up the crowd. I was like, can you imagine?
Oh, she was amazing.
Wait, did she do the Macarena though?
Like she did so many fun things.
How does the Macarena go?
I think you missed a couple of steps.
Oh my god! And then you start again. But that's all right. I have 4 years to get ready for the Olympics with my Macarena. I think they announced they're not. Oh, so my chances are gone, Tyler, is what you're saying. I could talk about breakdancing performances. Yes. Oh, thanks.
Audrey, it was amazing.
Jessica goes, so D23. Well, you know, some of at least I can say
consider this the
musical interlude. Oh my gosh, I'm like a crappy Meghan Trainor to come entertain you.
Just think of it that way.
I am the plain white tees singing weirdly. I don't know. Did you guys hear how bad and off that was? I don't know if it was the live stream I was watching that made it sound bad, but I'm like, oh my god. I am your break. We did calculate approximately that 80% of the Disney parks thing was just people talking to and music. Let's see. Prestige Worldwide. I love that movie. Let's see.
She'll get something now. I tell you what.
Well, here, we'll go back to Disney.
Okay, back to
Disney.
I
will, you know what? In honor of the Disney parks being 80% a song with a drawing, I'm going to dance to each one of these.
All right,
I won't sing,
we didn't put this picture up yet. So this is Monstropolis. So this is what they're going to basically build the city.
It better look like this. It better look like this.
Yeah, this looks cool. And Sully better be out there to greet you.
I know, but like, there better be, what is it? The Henry's Houndswinesmiser. You know what I'm talking about? The sushi
you know what it is? I hope they take a lot of things, the ideas from like Galaxy's Edge. When you walk through Galaxy's Edge, you are immersed into a completely different world. You're not so much in Toy Story Land. Toy Story Land just feels like you're at an amusement park. But Galaxy's Edge feels like you're at like a new world. I hope they do that here with Monsters. Yeah. It's like you actually feel like you're
like, what if monsters that aren't Sully and Mike Wazowski are walking around?
Yeah, you know, like,
my God,
that would be amazing to see.
I would go crazy pants.
Yeah. Like that would be really, really cool.
I would lose it. Oh my goodness. Disfan, you're in luck. They're not getting rid of the
Yeah,
Muppets.
this
You
one
are
is going to be
safe.
launch bay.
Yes, thank you so much for the PayPal, the super chat. That is too kind of you. You didn't have to do that. So sweet. Thank you, Disfan. But luckily, Muppets are safe for now. For now. Oh, Raw, says Allison. How
Yeah.
fun would that be?
Like Raw's on the loudspeaker.
And who has seen Monsters at Work? Put what Brandon put up there.
Yeah. Actually, that's a great one. Like I actually watched Monsters at
it's
Work.
so funny.
It's really funny.
Trust
I still
me.
actually haven't seen the end of the last season.
Yeah, guys, trust me. If you get a chance to watch it, you will thank me. It is so cute. It is so fun. Honestly, it's a great comedy.
Yeah, the Fonz is in it.
Yeah, they have all these great comedic actors in it. It's really good. I think Mindy Kaling, who is from The Office.
Yeah.
And yes, Speaker and Honeydew, we are down to, there's only 1XL, I think, or 3XLs of this, and like 4 maybe larges. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. And Oogie Boogie's almost gone. Sanderson Sisters too. Remember we did the count today?
Yeah, we don't have a lot of some sizes.
So if you want the Sanderson Sisters one,
because that's not being reprinted.
We have not counted Mickey Pumpkins, and I don't want to find out how bad it is. We didn't imagine everybody would order now.
Like Sanderson and 2XL, I think we have like 1 left.
So I'm really sorry, everybody.
So if you're a 2XL looking for the Sanderson Sisters shirt,
if you want anything, just go grab it now, because I don't.
It's Lorraine from Tom's River. Great to see you both.
Oh, Tom's River. Good to have you here. Oh, Buddy Boyle. Can you imagine being salmonella?
Oh, that'd be great.
Oh my God, they could institute the laugh floor stuff in the middle of Monstropolis.
Well, what if they move the laugh floor to Monstropolis, and then they could open the laugh floor up for something new in Tomorrowland?
And yes, Natalie, we're not letting them touch the Muppets. I will strap myself to the theater with, like when in the olden days when people like would strap themselves to trees and stuff. I'm gonna take.
You know what? But here's the thing: if anything's gonna happen to the Muppets, I know where the key is to the office. It's under the mat. So
that's right.
And then we have a key to get in.
For those just tuning in that don't know what that means, can you explain that to them? What that is?
So if you go, there's a lot of different Easter eggs when you go to see Muppet Vision 3D, and one of the signs as you walk in on the right is the security office, and it says "Be back in 5 minutes. Key is under the mat." And there's actually a doormat there, and if you look underneath the doormat, there's a key.
I love it. She says, "I will fund the riot." And you know what? Speaking of like something I'll eventually also get into, and I don't know if Adventures Beyond Adversity is here. I am working on a vlog about the disability pass. I didn't want to be one of those people that just comes in and talks right away, not knowing what they're talking about. A lot of vloggers just come in and they're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I really wanted to do my research and have cases and case studies of what works in other places around the country that are theme parks and things like that. So a vlog will be coming out if you're still asking about the disability stuff. But Adventures Beyond Adversity, who's in here, they have a lot of really great information, content. And let's just say I did do a petition for the photo box.
Yes.
To get rid of it. It didn't get fully taken. It did get taken away in 2019, thanks to the 500,000 signatures I got. This was before I had a platform of any sort. I was just like, bad boxes. And it worked. So I may try a petition again about the disability pass. So I'll keep you guys posted because, yeah, that's another. They didn't announce that the Disney Parks thing, what they're going to do, but let's just say it's getting crazier and crazier here in Disney World with that. Ray's going to sit on.
To sit at the Miss Piggy Fountain.
Yes. Let's see. Oh, go to the Pirates. Speaking of drunk dancing.
Drunk dancing
in Bad.
Now this looks fun.
Now, by the way, let me just real quick for those who might be watching this for the first time. I hardly drink. I'm naturally like this. So if you're watching and you're like, is she drunk? Nope. This is Maria's personality. You're welcome.
Now this looks fun. I hope they actually are able to serve adult beverages in here.
Well, there better be a guy with a pirate on the bar like they're showing me. If the guy
telling stories of olden days of scallywags and swashbucklers.
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like Disney makes these renderings. Let me know if you feel this way.
Look at the whatchamacallit, the chandelier.
Yeah, that's
really cool.
But I just feel like every time we get Roy, didn't you do a side by side of the rendering of Tiana's and how different stuff happened? Somebody did. I just feel like this looks amazing. If this happens, I will live there. I have a feeling.
Debbie Dip says this place looks like a lot of. Oh, sorry. It was Princess. If it's like Oga's, if they do it like Oga's,
that's what I'm hoping.
Like if they do it like that, even if you have to like get a reservation to sit in at a table for 45 minutes, that could be so much fun.
But Allison, you rock.
But then if it's like the current Gaston's Tavern,
but Princess, no. But remember we took them to Oga's. I forget if it was Patreon that we took to Oga's or you guys.
It changed.
They stopped being allowed to do the fun things in there.
Oga's has changed now. They can't do the chants anymore and stuff like that.
Yeah, here, I'll have you turn that off for a second so I can explain what happened at Oga's, because I forget, Princess or Roy, any Patreon members, was it Patreon that we did Oga's or was it with you guys? I forget. We did a private live stream from Oga's and we were all so confused. I'm like, wait, what do you mean you can't do the chant? So usually when you go in there, they do a whole
for one song, there's like a chant.
For one drink, there's a special chant. They're like, oh, and they bring out the drinks and they hit the mugs and they scream and they yell and like they start hitting stuff and like the light. Don't tell me the lights went again. No, did they really?
Yeah, but there's a storm outside, so that's why.
I just said lights and then the lights flicker.
Yeah.
What am I like? I'm a Jedi. Was Veronic. Okay. So anyways, if you haven't seen it, Patreon, you can go back and watch all the old past private live streams up until a year plus ago when we were doing them. Go watch it because we were very shocked. We go in there and oh my God, that's the greatest comment ever. Oh my gosh. I might have to make a video with that. That's amazing. They took away everything in Oga's. So literally you just go in. It's a cool ambiance, but stuff doesn't happen anymore.
Yeah, there's one song that DJ Rex plays and it's like, hey!
Oh yeah, people like,
hey! And then when it started, I was like, oh, this is the song. And so I did hey! And I was thinking everyone around me was
Chris started singing
it was going to be,
do
hey!
The show.
It was just me going, hey.
Yeah, it was really awkward. It was like, there was crickets in Oga. But the guy explained to us they're no longer allowed to slam the drink on the thing. They're no longer allowed to troll the guests because they used to mess with the guests. They'd be like, you're getting arrested. Show me your credits and stuff. They got rid of a lot of that stuff. But I am all about now the mega pint at Tortuga Tavern. That's amazing. So Christopher Robin, we think it's going to be Tortuga Tavern.
Yeah.
They closed it and they've been saying they were going to do something in there.
I mean, they already have it halfway set up, so it's just
Chris says someone must have sued. But that I forget what was the reason. Somebody told us why they stopped doing it.
I don't know.
Somebody complained it was noisy. You're at a theme park.
You're at a theme park, a theme bar in a theme park.
That's the other thing too, is like, so sometimes I have crowd anxiety. We were supposed to go to the Halloween party on Friday.
Disney already got rid of my favorite bar, which was here.
Yeah, that's gone. But, due to kind of craziness of opening nights and my stomach wasn't doing great, I thought, you know what, I'm going to move the date. So I think it's our job as a visitor to do our due diligence. If we don't like noisy places, then don't go in. You can't change the ride.
Yeah.
Just because I don't feel good. I can't be like, sorry, nobody gets to enjoy Slinky Dog anymore. But yeah, it was because it was noisy. It was so crazy. But it literally, the guy says, I think on our Patreon live stream I remember, I think the waiter saying somebody had a noise complaint. I was like, what? I was like, what the hell? What in the Hades? Let's see. I need the disability pass. Now, Terry, well, I hope things get better. That is something that I'm gonna do a vlog on. It's pretty bad here. It's getting worse actually. So, but I didn't want to. Again, I feel like, and this is, I think, for anybody watching, anytime you want to get your voice heard, sometimes waiting and just saying one thing, this is coming from the girl who talks all the time, if you really have something important to say, wait amongst the craziness to come up with what is a well put together argument. I think we live in this day and age where everybody's like, and it gets lost. So hopefully, I'm going to try to help.
Oh, for the NAS Pass?
Yeah, I'm going to try to help.
We're going to try to do something for the Lightning Link too, because now that it's gone for a couple weeks, we'll try to have a better understanding of how it works and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
But no, I like my biggest thing as I've been working on the vlog is I don't care what they do about me if I don't get to ride the rides, but baby Maria, I think about the baby kids out there that have health issues that don't want to feel different. You know, the Disney's are one magical place that they don't have to feel different. They don't have to feel like they're special needs. They don't have to feel like they're, cumbersome to their parents. Growing up, baby Maria loved Disney World because it was the one place where everything was like Maria was normal. There was nothing wrong. Again, if you're just watching for the first time, long story short, I have something called spina bifida. We're basically waist down. Things work when they want, missing a lot of organs, missing some parts of the spine. It's very fun and exciting every day. But again, adult Maria, I can handle whatever it is. But I never want to see a little kid. I want all little kids to have this one magical place where they go and everything is perfect in that moment. And they get to feel like I did growing up, where I was like, oh, everything's perfect. I'm perfect in this moment until I get back home. so I want every little Maria or little anybody with a disability to feel that, to feel like everything is perfect, and they deserve that. The kids do. So if there was anybody who's going to be like, oh, screw kids. Exactly. I think some people might be like, screw Maria. Who cares if she can ride a ride? Or, oh, screw that adult who can't ride a ride. Or, oh, hell, they're telling people with cancer, oh, forget them. But who's going to say to a little girl who can't walk right because of whatever health issues, or a girl with cancer, a little boy who has problems, oh, good luck, little boy. Adult Maria is that thing. I did eat a 5-pound cake for dinner. I did do that. I did. He's not lying. I did. I showed. It's on. If you missed the Patreon, go check it out. I brought the 5-pound cake home. Yeah, Audrey. Yeah, it should be for the babies. At the end of the day, who cares if Maria can ride a ride? I'll figure it out and I'll survive. I'm blessed that I even get to be here. But how can you deny a kid what Disney was all about? I forget who wrote Walt would have wanted it for the kids. Somebody wrote that. Walt would have wanted, like, hey, this is one. And again, he made Walt Disney World for his daughter. Yeah. Do you remember that? Like in the stories, he was like, I want a place that everything is perfect for my little girl. And so, look, even if you don't care about adults and what happens, just think of like the little kids out there and how you felt as a little kid going to Disney, and making sure that that little kid, no matter what their health is, no matter what their story is, that they feel the exact same way you did walking into Disney World. So again, we'll do a vlog on it, and hopefully my vlog will help. We'll see. Don't be scared to hit that like button. Is that for the monsters or because the light keeps scaring me?
I think so. All right. So are we getting back?
Cynthia, you're so sweet. Yes. And speaking of places that, we did talk about the nighttime parade, which we're so excited about.
We talked about it?
Yeah. But there's more. I think, do you have more in your?
I have.
Sorry, Chris made all these little.
That's everything I think I have.
Oh, I got more. Where did it go? The villains.
Yeah, we have the villains. We talked about
the villains. No, I know. I have more.
And we have monsters.
So they also talked about Test Track opening.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. I got more.
I missed that one.
We all know Tiana's is going to open in Disneyland. I do wonder if there's going to be any differences. I hope there are. I like when they do that. And yeah, I agree, Veronique. But I feel like who's going to be like, oh, forget the kids. I feel like if anything that's going to help with the disability pass is remembering children and what they deserve, and that every kid deserves to feel normal, and that they're in the happiest or most magical place on earth. Cynthia said they just placed their first order. Oh my gosh, Cynthia, what did you get? I have my little thingy up here because I keep getting texts from people going, you're sold out in this and you're sold out in that. I'm really sorry. Cynthia, did you at least get what you were hoping for? She got the puppy patch and Oogie.
Oogie.
Cynthia, amazing. You got, I think there's only 2 more Oogies in that size left. So Cynthia, I'm glad you got it. That's amazing. Oh my goodness. again, I'm really sorry for anybody that wanted and their sizes are sold out. I'm so sorry. I love that shirt. Cynthia, Oogie Boogie, we learned at D23 was wearing.
Yes.
The voice of
Oogie Boogie. As well as the voice of Mickey Mouse is wearing
our hat.
This.
How cool is that? So yeah. Oh, I hope you love it. I can't wait to again, you saw our last stream. We package and do all of them.
Yep.
So speaking of awesome stuff, let us know, do you think the reimagined test track is going to be awesome? What do you guys think? I feel like they could have done something fun with
Cars.
Yeah. But I guess if Cars is coming to Magic Kingdom. Oh, Beaker and Honeydew. We've seen people do some crazy stuff with the long sleeve Mickey pumpkin patch. It's all right. We won't judge if you guys do that. Let's see. An Oswald hat. I like it.
Oh.
Is anybody excited about Test Track, or are people just kind of like, let me know. Maybe people are like, nah, we have Cars. Because that is going to, I mean, I will say, if you cannibalize your...
Yeah, you have Tomorrowland Speedway, you have Cars, and you're going to have Test Track.
Ooh, Fan, I like that. Yeah, bring it to Walt Disney World. I actually complained on the 50th that not only should Walt have been on the castle, and it took them a year to finally do that, but I said we should get an animatronic or some sort of experience, like a hologram.
Yeah.
So I agree. I think a hologram could be super easy.
I also think they need to have something for Roy too. I know he's at the front of the Park of Magic Kingdom, right?
Yeah.
He's sitting down on the bench.
Yeah, poor Roy. He's the one that like really, I mean, I know Roy, he didn't get anything on 50th either. Those poor guys. I hope they're bringing back, isn't the rumor that Walt is in a cryo chamber?
Yeah. That's why they made the movie Frozen. You didn't know that? Because if you typed in Walt Disney Frozen in Google, it would come up that Walt Disney's brain was frozen and basically frozen in cryogenics. But now, because of the movie Frozen that it did so well, anytime you type in Walt Disney Frozen, the movie Frozen pops up. So that's actually the main reason why they named the movie
He's just
Frozen.
Making stuff up, guys. Chris is saying crazy people things, but I'm going to say something crazier.
That is true. See?
Wait, what do you mean this is true? No way, Jennifer.
Walt Disney Conspiracy Theory 101.
Really? No. It's a conspiracy, but true. Okay. Well, I'm going to throw a conspiracy in. I hope Walt Disney, they wake him up out of the cryo chamber and he comes out so angry about enchantment. And he wakes up Roy and he's like, oh, we're coming in. We're fixing this. Whoever's doing this stuff. And it's like, surprise, 70th anniversary. Yeah, so I'm hoping that Walt and Roy are timing it for the 70th at Disneyland. By the way, I went to go buy a hotel. I told you what happened, right?
Yeah.
Guys, the hotels are sold out in Anaheim. And then the one hotel I found is $1,000 a night at the Residence Inn. So for the 70th in Disneyland, they're already gone. Yeah.
Maria, we learned that on the Archives tour.
Wait, what did we learn in the Archives?
And when you go on the Archives tour at Burbank Studios, they take you in the Archives and they say, and this is where Walt Disney's head is. It's when you pass by the cafeteria, by the freezer.
Oh my goodness. He's not really there. But by Burbank, he comes back. Xanax says sleep in a rental car. And we were thinking of like just staying outside of Anaheim. But even then I looked on the outskirts, and even those, everybody, who are the crazy people buying this early other than Maria? I thought I was the only person. Yeah, I was like, oh my God. It was crazy pants. RV outside, but no.
Beaker and Honey, do you think we should turn our shirt room into an Airbnb?
Oh, with the ghosts that live in the lights, so everybody can have a really good time. But yeah. And speaking of more stuff, is anybody into the cruise liners? Yeah, John, I guess I thought because they talked about it at D23 that it was the 70th anniversary. I thought, oh, let me look at the hotels. Well, at least somebody's planning because Disney World was like, Micah says get an Airbnb. We've never done them before.
No. I do know there's actually some hotel like Marriott, like where the Bonvoy, they actually do Airbnbs as well.
This is funny. The ghost wanted the shirts. Madame Leota's winking in the back. Can you see that? Oh, wait. Hold on, it's over your shoulder. You know how Madame Leota winks? She's winking. She's winking. And I didn't see that, but that's amazing. And cruise liners. Yeah, so the cruises were the other big updates. I can't afford a Disney cruise. And yeah, I don't know if we ever will be able to. They're getting worse and worse. Let me know if there is any tips how to get a good deal. We use a travel agency sometimes called Magical Vacation Planner that looks out for stuff for us. I've had no luck on the pricing.
I haven't done a Disney cruise.
Yeah, you can't.
Nor do I have the
Brianna is Googling this conspiracy. Angela said they went on their honeymoon. Oh, Angela, I got your message too. Let's see, what do you think about Monsters Inc. and Hollywood Studios? I'm excited.
Me too.
I'm excited. But yeah, no, our Norwegian cruise that we went to Alaska, that cost like 1/8 of a Disney cruise, and
yes.
we lived the life of Riley. It was amazing. Sat through a Bonvoy sales pitch. So yeah, from what I gather, the cruises look cool and everything, but luckily Disney World is like its own giant cruise liner that doesn't move. You know what I mean? You get everything. So I do feel like on that note, at least. And then we talked about Coco and the lounge spaces that won't be able to be drinking more. Actually, everybody type in the chat. What are your thoughts about the changes that have just come in this year with a lot more of the drinking options?
What are the drinking options?
Disneyland opened up alcohol as an option.
Still, Magic Kingdom hasn't.
And Magic,
like 4 carts. Like there's no drinking
now
carts.
They will. I mean, they're gonna have a bar.
Well, you don't know what.
They're gonna have a pirates. You're gonna tell me it's a non-alcoholic pirates bar? You guys, can you imagine?
Did you ever think Gaston would be a non-alcoholic? Like Gaston is drinking in the movie with pints of beer, and his bar is
but he doesn't talk about like his pirates. Literally, it's like rum. Like,
I get it.
They can't have a
Gaston.
Yeah. Gaston wasn't like, oh, I am beer. A pirate is rum. You know what I mean? Me too, Spencer Tim. Capri Sun rum. I like that. Jesus, I've done one Disney cruise and paying for it. Yeah, like we can afford, like a Royal Caribbean or something. But yeah, I don't know. I just think there's a demand for the cruise line. They're never going to drop their prices. But the rum is always gone, says Princess. That could be the slogan.
The slogan of making it a dry bar is the rum is always gone.
But technically, if you didn't know, you can go anywhere to any of the restaurants in Magic Kingdom and get a drink and take it outside. Remember?
Can you take it outside?
Yeah, we did. Or at least the lady gave us a cup.
See, I know you could go like into like the Diamond Horseshoe and Beauty and the Beast. Like I know there's and even like the Jungle Skipper's Cantina. But I don't remember being able to take a beer outside or drink outside.
They gave us for the Jungle Cruise restaurant.
Did they?
I don't know if they were supposed to, but they did.
Yeah, I just don't remember if.
I agree, Bobcat. Like the angrier society gets, and then you add alcohol. Epcot. Who remembers when the guy tried to like fight me in Epcot, but he meant to fight a different guy, and he was like, "Oh, there's a lady in front of me," and he tried, and I got hit. He was trying to fight some other dude.
Realistically, the only park I've ever seen bad experiences with alcohol is at Epcot. Because people really go there just to drink. Like it's people go there just to have a day out to drink rather than go experience the park. When you're at Magic Kingdom, when you're at Animal Kingdom, when you're at Hollywood Studios, yeah, you grab a drink.
Yeah, but Magic Kingdom's not really.
But you're not. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, there's other things to do where if you just have one bar or two bars, it's nice to maybe grab an alcoholic beverage for adults if they're there with the families, whatever they need to do. But it's not going to be like Epcot. Every street corner, every stand, everything there's beers and drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks at every
Hello,
single place.
New Jersey. Hi, Susan.
Hey, Susan.
And Spencer, yes, we're very excited. I would say, all right, everybody type in the chat, what Disney Parks news, even if you think it'll never happen. I'm convinced this villains thing is just going to be perpetually, again, I've been hearing about them talking about it since 2019. I'm not convinced until I see them digging. I want to see them digging by the Haunted Mansion for bodies and villains. Let me know what Disney Parks news are you most excited about? I think I'm most excited about the parade because I know it's going to happen and I love nighttime parades. And I know that sounds weird. You're probably like, Maria, aren't you excited about Encanto Land? And trust me, I do think actually another reason I'm glad we did these is, and please do read each other's comments. I forget if it was Allison or Amy talking about Encanto.
Yeah.
The more they talked about it, they were saying how neat representing South America, since there's an Asia, there's an Africa in the Animal Kingdom. So it makes sense to have a South America, which I never thought of until you guys wrote it in the chat. So definitely read each other's comments. A lot of them, again, originally I was kind of like, Encanto would it be better in Epcot? But then after you guys talked about it on here, I was like, oh, that makes sense. I like it. So let me know in the comments, what are you most excited about? I would be very excited about Monstropolis.
Yes.
I'm hoping it happens. I think it can. I think that's an easy one. But the ride, I will believe it when I see it. Because again, somebody wrote they've been talking about it since 2007.
I think that's like the biggest announcement I'm actually excited for, because villains could be really cool.
Yeah, villains.
But
I'm
excited.
excited
Until they indulge what's actually going to be involved in it, it's just that's still like an idea.
I want to see that.
That makes sense. That's like an idea. Oh, we're going to make this land and it's just going to be villains. Where it sounds like on Monstropolis, they not only have the land, but they even have the thought of a ride or two.
I also know they have the empty space. Nobody goes to Launch Bay except me. I take you guys live. Yeah. Nobody. Actually, I don't know. Do people go to Disney Junior? I don't watch Disney Junior, so I don't know. So I know their space. Yep. And how hard can it be to make Monstropolis? I mean, I don't think anybody could screw that up.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, just put the thing from the ship. Could they screw it up? Yeah, but I don't think they will. I think it's easy to do. And so how cool would it be to have like our favorite monsters roaming? The ride, I hope they actually make it, because how cool would it be to go through the doors?
Yeah.
That was my biggest thing, is to go and like zoom through the doors. And I thought, oh my God, how neat would that be? So if they really make that, amazing. That would be so cool. And I think that's realistic. Cars Land sounds a little weird, the concept, until I see it. It's still kind of, you know what I mean? Like, hey, Victoria, Indiana Jones, it already exists in Disneyland, so I'm not excited about it. Encanto, I think, could be really cool. Cars Land, until I see what that's really going to be, that's my only concern. But parade, I know is happening. They can't mess up what's already existing. So I'm like, yay, it's happening. And then I think Monstropolis, because I feel like they built that when they had the character meet and greet area. Do you guys remember that, where you'd go through the door and they built like a whole little area? I feel like they could do it. And so I think it could be really neat. Don't worry, Muppets are safe. Muppets are safe. And again, if not, I'm wrapping myself to the front of the show.
That's what we heard, Spaceship Horizon, as of right now. That wasn't going to be
Susan says they're most excited about Test Track. Tyler says an off-road version of the Cars ride. Victoria, how excited for the movies and the shows? That's a whole other stream, guys. I also feel like it looks like it's going to take a long time to get stuff.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the date releases? I was like, wait, what? I was like, we have to wait that long? Not Moana. Moana, they were like, boom, out.
Yeah, and Mufasa. That looks
yeah.
cool. I'm actually really excited
Lion
about
King,
that.
I think, will be really neat.
Yeah.
But I was shocked at how long it's going to take to get like the Frozen stuff and live action Stitch and the Marvel movies.
Yeah, the Marvel movies like aren't coming out till like 2026 and 2028.
Sember Holden says, yeah, I'm in the same boat. I'm like, until I see it, but the fact that they already made the parade in another place, I'm like, oh, they're gonna be okay. We'll just move it over here. Let's see. It will come quicker than we think. I don't know, Tyler. I've been waiting. I've been talking. Me and Melissa. Melissa, are you here? Me and Melissa have been talking about that Villains Land forever. We've been so excited. I don't know what's coming. I would like to not have gray hair by the time it comes. Let's see. Snow White. You know, we've talked about it before. I want to see my dwarfs. I love the 7 dwarves.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping. I didn't see the panel for it. We're getting 7 dwarves, right? It got fixed. Hopefully. That's all right. That's my opinion. People can disagree. You know what? I want to see Walt's vision. Otherwise, they should call it a different movie. You know, because that is Walt's flagship. That is literally the building for Walt Disney Studios is held by the 7 dwarves.
Yeah.
Literally, it's
True.
these 7 dwarves holding the building.
It's his first feature film. I mean, how do you cut them out of it?
Yeah. So hopefully they just keep to his story, you know, just for him. Again, it's kind of like the 50th, like just for Walt, do a little something. Let's see. Now it goes, I'll be collecting Social Security. Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I was like, these movies are going to take a long time. But at this rate, we've already enjoyed Sonic movies and more. And on that note, guys, what do you think about a fun live stream? Maybe we go to Hollywood Studios and try to see where everything's going to be. And we'll take you to Magic Kingdom and try to peek around. But I feel like Hollywood Studios would be a fun live stream to take you guys to and try to see where things are going to go. What do you guys think? Because I think we're going to actually be able to see the layout pretty easily for Hollywood Studios because it's like a grid. Let's see.
Good night, Josie.
Oh, good night, guys. Yeah, on that note, we won't keep you up really late this time because we're going to try to take you on a stream this week. I'm going to take you guys to the Magic Kingdom to see Halloween stuff. But I think I want to take you guys to Hollywood Studios to try to track where everything is. And then I'll strap myself to the Muppets.
Yes.
Just in case. Everybody's saying, yes, that'd be so cool. Yeah, I thought it'd be fun to do like a walk around and imagine, okay, what would this look like here? What do we see here? And some more, of course, Magic Kingdom to see a little bit of the Halloween stuff. Guys, I can't thank you enough. We also have a surprise coming this week. Some people know what it is. Shh. Don't say anything. Some people know what it is. There's a surprise coming.
Make sure you follow our social media.
Yeah, follow all of our...
Because we have a very big surprise.
Yeah, I can't say what it is.
Surprise.
Because with my luck, it won't happen. But there's a big surprise.
Yes.
And guys, I love y'all so much. I can't thank you enough for all being here, guys. It is never a dull moment, but I thought it'd be fun to hear your, again, ideas as well as we discuss. Because like I said, I wasn't sure about Encanto and Animal Kingdom until I read Amy's comment and Allison's. And a lot of you were coming up with, again, really helpful ideas as to how cool certain things would work in certain areas. And part of the reason we can't stay up late, some of you know why.
Well, I have to get up early.
Well, I know we both. So yes, so some of you know you will find out in the next few days what's happening and why we have to go to bed early. But guys, it's a good surprise, and it's never a dull moment, especially with this surprise. I can't thank you all enough. And all thanks Glenn and Pamela, Tyler, Roy, Krista, Sandy, and Jim, Bobby, Brady. Oh, I do like the Black Cauldron. And so many friends, Princess, Cynthia, Melissa, Debbie, Beaker and Honeydew, Cassie, all of our awesome mod squad. Some of them I just mentioned. They're amazing. John Henkel, Zanlax. So many friends, Victoria, new friends. Hey, Sandra, of course, and Spencer, Tim, Snoopy, so many friends. Yeah, we got Snoopy, Susan in New Jersey, Tiaras in Tomorrowland. all the best. And Darla, Veronique, Gordy, Melissa, the list goes on and on. Glenn, guys, thank you so much for
Thanks
being
a lot,
here.
guys.
It's never a dull moment. So stay tuned, though. Watch our vlog channel and this, because something big is happening. Yes. So, guys, on that note, thanks for having fun with us as we get excited for the future of Disney. And there's some exciting things in our future and yours. So, on that note, we'll see you real soon.
See you real soon, guys.
See you real soon.